Station here, back with another breakdown match analysis of Combo Breaker. This time we got Tweedy going up against Gross. Whoa, blowing my eardrums out. Winners finals here. This matchup, as you can see right here, going to be Starfire going up against Green Lantern. I'm not too sure why Gross chooses Green Lantern here over Black Adam. I don't know if it's like a preference or more experience in the matchup here. Starfire does kind of body Green Lantern though, in my opinion. Yeah, let's see. Started off with the sweep. One thing that Gross might be doing, Green Lantern's dashes are really good. His forward dash is really fast and covers a decent amount of space. His forward dash is really good. His back dash is pretty garbage. But yeah, his forward dash covered a lot of space. So if Starfire goes for that Stardust right here and he dashes in, he can really punish her for that decent amount of time if he has the right read. Another reason is maybe he knows some like anti-wake up setups. Green Lantern has a really good Oki game. Oki is like the wake up, right? So what you do on someone's wake up. So yeah, and he actually has some counter zoning tools of his own. So yeah, we'll see. Let me just start it off from the beginning again. Gross starts off with the, Tweedy starts off with the sweep. Not a bad option. Interesting, but alright, and right here, you see just inside that range of that Stardust, Gross definitely could have got a back one punish, but wasn't ready for it. And just decides to play it patient.
I'm not too sure if he's going to go tit for tat as far as zoning against Starfire, and if he's able to, find his way in right now. But if he gets put full screen, what's he going to be able to do against the Starfire zoning? That's what I want to see. Yeah, it's not a matchup we see too often. It's less about the zoning.
All right, so you can see Tweedy initially starting off with just going for chip stuff. Right here, gets this and then reads the dash in. Right, Gross earlier did a couple dashes. And just punishes him with the forward two grab. Throws him in the corner. Really smart decision. Nice, good meter burn roll there. And yeah, really good delay wake up. Delay's super long, so doesn't have to eat any mix up. And Gross just got caught. Pressing a button looked like, not too sure. Nice, good punish. Not sure why Tweedy didn't cancel into trait, but regardless, doesn't. Back one to chase down any sort of backdash from Tweedy, and Tweedy really recognizing these dashes. You can see right after this Stardust, he wants to dash in and just gets forward two right to the face. Nice, I like that setup that Tweedy's doing. After that forward two grab, he throws the Stardust and then cancels right into trait and forces him to block it. Nice, good read here. This is that setup. Good read here by Tweedy. Throws the close Stardust. A couple times from this range we saw him going with the medium Stardust or the projectile right here. Throws the close Stardust. Yeah, and Gross just getting read like a book there multiple times. Meter burn rolls getting read, and you can see Gross just sort of quits and goes right to a player or a rematch. Beautiful. Gross is the type of player. He's done it multiple times where if he's down in a match, he'll just quit out of it. Not one to like. I don't know if he just doesn't want to waste his time or what, but if he's down a lot or sort of like getting bodied, he just sort of quits. Nice, and this is really where Starfire wants to be, right? Full screen, she definitely wins the zoning more, especially when Green Lantern doesn't have any meter, right? She can throw the far Stardust, cancel into trait, right? The mix-up. Will she cancel into trait or not? If she thinks you're going to dash in after the Stardust, she'll throw the straight Fireball. So a really good full screen presence here. Green Lantern zoning options full screen are really slow, right? He has the lantern bomb and then the bowling ball, but that's about it. Nice, good back one there. Tweedy was looking for a jump in after the that, but Gross goes for the back one instead.
Alright, the young bowling ball with the entirety of the string doesn't get punished, but not blocking the overhead successfully. Back 3+ frames.
Super plus, but Tamarini in charge, yep.
I don't care if I'm flying high and away.
Nice, so that was pretty interesting why he got caught there. Dash in, and then, oh, actually caught his backdash recovery. I'm not sure why he backdashed there in the first place. Might have got a misinput, but regardless. Yeah, and I think Tweedy there knew he was, knew he had like nothing to lose, right? All he had was like 10 health left. Decides to wake up with the DP, the whatever that's called, instead of like the regular wake up, and I think that's because like I try to read some sort of jump in. That thing's a really good anti-air. So.
And had a chance, but a little too early on the back one, so we got back 3 instead, looking for the entirety of the string.
Ooh, big whip. Oh my goodness.
Nice, broke the armor.
Intentionally and still got burned.
Yeah, the second hit coming out just in time, right before he got clocked. Here's the jump.
Nice. So that's the first time Tweedy's woken up. Every other time he goes for delay wake up, and then this one time he goes for that wake up Tamarini charge. Gets stuff for the jump 3. So we'll have to see if later in the set Tweedy just continues to delay wake up, which then maybe Gross will take recognize. Yep, delay wake up right there. So looks like Tweedy doesn't know when he can wake up, so he's just sticking to delay wake up. We'll have to see if Gross goes for any sort of mix-ups then after.
Bowling ball to chase things down, and that trade is going to go in Gross's favor if he gets it on hit.
Yeah, so Gross working on a life lead here now, and that's why he's content with this zoning, right? When he has the life lead, he'll take any trades, and you saw like the meter, that meter burn, whatever that thing is, the beam. That's really good. That's really like all he can do in this matchup zoning wise.
Tipping him out. The constructs, the power of will, getting it done.
Nice air dash in.
Dashing in now, keeping it safe.
Plus. Oh, he read it, but the thing with that move is, right, the hitbox or hurtbox that Starfire has is super whack. So he definitely read it with the armor, but wasn't sure or didn't lab it out enough to know it wouldn't connect. Regardless, that puts a lot of momentum in Gross's favor, showing he knows what Tweedy's going to do. But Tweedy, you know, starting off with that round start back 2, really interesting, right? Game number 1, Tweedy starts off with sweep. Round 2 or game 2, I don't remember what he started off with, but game 3 starts off with that back 2, catching the jump in. I think actually game 2, Gross started off with back 1, so. Gross trying to mix it up with a jump in that time. Just gets caught though. Nice. So a couple times after that, I haven't mentioned it, but now's a good time. After that lantern bomb, right? Back 1-3 lantern bomb. This, right? Standard block string from Green Lantern. We've seen Tweedy go down 1 right here, right? And that down 1 actually whiffs. So Gross recognized it earlier, saving it for this moment, right? And goes for that back 1 whiff punish.
Momentum and footsies from Gross. Meter burns the lift into the corner we go. Knockdown setup. Forward 3 to keep the plus frames. Mix up.
Nice. What side was that?
All sides.
Good decision to wake up with that special move. After that knockdown, let me go back here. Yeah, so you can see Gross goes for like to bait out the regular Tamarini charge, but he wakes up with that. I think Tweedy knew Gross was trying to bait out the either the regular, the hair flip, or the Tamarini in charge, and so he wakes up with that, catch him trying to bait it out. Yeah, and I don't know what happened there. I think that was a input error that worked out for him, but it was pretty sick regardless.
wall keeps Starfire right in front. You are not welcome here on Earth, young woman. Safe on the charge, looking for the throw. Great back dash
Nice.
from Tweedy, but Gross with the challenge. And has he figured it out?
Has the download already been completed? Let's find out with a back one and down.
Nice. So that does work. What Gross tried here, right? A lot of characters off this string and a couple other strings. A lot of things actually canceled into this Stardust, right? The close Stardust for the cancel into the trait. That's the standard with Starfire. Now, a lot of characters can actually punish her for doing that. I know Batman can jump in two, and he'll jump over the Stardust and actually punish her. I think Black Adam can forward one, and it'll push him out of the way of the Stardust. So there's a lot of options with a lot of different characters. You'll have to test whatever character you play against it. And Gross here goes for the back one. It looked like he mistimed it just slightly, or he might have been slightly too far for it to work, but shows that he was ready for it. Nice again. So that's the second or third time now Tweedy's got whiff punish, trying to down one after the lantern bomb. And beautiful, the injustice one tech meter burn right through the interactable. But yeah, we'll have to see if Tweedy changes up his options after the back 1-3 lantern bomb. Maybe a jump in. Still though, really good at reacting to these meter burn rolls. Check this out. This down one.
And Tweedy now picking things back up. Momentum. It's gonna jump. Stays on the same side. Nice throw tech. Plus. And jumps out. Gross knew it was coming.
Oh, that was so sick.
Big time damage here into the setup as Tweedy will not have an air escape.
Goes for another setup.
But the late wake up, the old-fashioned game mechanics. Gross looking for that patented down two up close. Doesn't have a chance.
Okay, so a lot of scrambly stuff happening right here. Let me see where we're at. Yeah, goes for a setup here. Tweedy ready for it though. Good blocks. And then right here, Gross doesn't punish this. It is hard to react to, right? When you have a special move that there's no gap, and when meter burned is plus or safe, like in this case Starfire's hair flip, when you don't do the meter burn version, even if you have meter, you can get away with it a lot of times because they're expecting the meter burn, right? So for instance, Starfire's hair flip, Hellboy's wake up, shoulder charge, a lot of special moves like that, hard to deal with. So again, same thing.
Great walk back, but even better recognition from Tweedy.
Nice. After this wall, I think it was a wall. Yeah, he dashes in, reads his back dash beautifully. Doesn't get the punish though. Too much recovery on the dashes. And right there again, dash in after. Right there, reads a back dash. Right, if he goes right into back one after this jump over, I think he gets a whiff punish actually. Yeah, right here. If he back ones here, I'm pretty sure he'll whiff punish this back three by Starfire, but instead goes for a forward dash, reading some sort of back dash.
Meter burn roll. This is gonna be a punish. Doesn't have the trait active, so he can't get continuation, and just out of range for that whiff. Tweedy chip damage incoming. Won't have a chance. Gross big guess.
And Gross just dashes right into that. So you see him get a little confused. What I think happened here, there was a lot of people complaining it over the weekend, like inputs not coming out. He dashes up here, and you see he has like a lot of time he's walking forward. I think he wanted the lift, right, but it just didn't come out. So Tweedy wins that in a super close one. But yeah, game 3.
As Gross said, you know what? I'm going right back in. He's a big man of big confidence, and it's showing right now.
This match is actually like a bit of a slugfest. These guys are just sort of like going ham at each other, sort of like throwing everything they got. And not a lot of slow play, actually, even though Starfire is one to really slow the pace down. Nice. That is so dumb that didn't work. That hitbox is so inconsistent. Honestly, I think it's like super, like the hitbox looks like this, straight out, and then like one here, because because there's like it barely hits when like you're like in this region here. Where are we at though? Nice Tamarinian charge after the negative frames. Nice. Gross mashed that down 2 after, or during the block string. And actually punishes the, yeah, so now you can see him doing this. Right there. Down 2 after the hair flip. Beats out the trait cancel. So, not sure if he labbed that. I'm guessing he did lab that, and he knows it works. He's done it multiple times now.
Can't like that, and there's the meter burn forward through the go through the armor now, keeping him in the corner with that wall. Safe. Right back edge.
Gross making 3 there. He's gonna go for the command throw. You want to watch, so we're gonna put him in the corner. So Tweedy keeping it smart.
There's the ball roll. Tamarinian charge looking for the chip, chasing him down. Plus frames on that overcharged lantern. Gross baiting it out. Chip damage territory and the down.
Beautiful. So right there, what happens? Right there. Let me get to that. So goes into this plus frames, right? Give me it. Freaking. This is where I want it.
There's the ball roll. Tamarinian charge looking for the chip, chasing.
Meter burn. Lantern bomb is plus. Knows. Tweedy has been going into that Tamarinian charge after pretty much everything Gross does that's plus. Really trying to abuse that, and this is what I want. You saw he just did it, right? Meter burn, lantern bomb, goes into that Tamarinian charge. This time, mashes it down 2, beats out the Tamarinian charge. So, really good. Really smart stuff by Gross there. But Gross got no health here. Guaranteed chip out pretty much, yeah. Nice. Catches him dashing in after the 4-3.
We'll see how great that decision proved to be. Gross activating his character power, getting that free bounce on the lift without meter. Hard knockdown mid-screen, great delay wake up from Tweedy.
So Tweedy's still delay wake upping, and Gross not really going for any mix. He can get like a lot better setups, I think, if he recognizes it. At least like a meaty throw or some sorts.
Guarding his front. That was a great recognition from Gross, and the reaction with the meter burn roll. Tweedy forced the clash, but good.
Yeah, really good meter burn roll there. Chooses to save his bar, and I think that's a pretty good decision. It's kind of hard for Green Lantern to build meter in this matchup, at least, and he doesn't get any combo unless he has trait, which, as you see, he's got no trait. So I think saving the meter here is a really smart option. Nice. So Gross really abusing the down 2 right there. Beautiful defense there by Tweedy. So patient, not biting on that throw bait. Alright, so right now here, we're in a pretty rough spot by if you're Gross. You do have Clash, but you're like really low on life. I say don't meter burn roll here. Meter burn roll here is like the most obvious thing you can do. A lot of lower level players will meter burn roll in here. What am I trying to say? Right, because they know they need to close the distance, but Gross double dash in, doesn't meter burn roll, so Tweedy doesn't react, looking probably for that meter burn flash. Uses the plus frames, just blocks though. Okay, so right here, something I want to point out. Earlier we saw Gross after this blocked, well, whatever that move is, Tamarinian charge, goes for the throw. This time goes for a throw, forward 3, maybe to bait out the throw, maybe just for plus frames if he blocks it. But Gross catching him. Goes for optimal into the setup, and then Tweedy wakes up with that DP. Cancels into trait and kills. Not sure why. Gross doesn't clash. Tweedy has more meter, right? So even if he clashes, he's going to get set to like 1 health. But still, 1 health is better than 0 health, like what happens in this case. Not too sure what happened there. But Tweedy takes that one with that Xbox pad. What is it, 3-1? 3-1, really good close set. You saw that last game, man. one hit either way. Yeah, Tweedy though. Moving on to grand finals, Gross into the losers finals. Gonna play the winner of Guncho and Sonic Fox. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll be back with another breakdown match of Combo Breaker. Peace.
There goes a sight from my soul.